What's up, nerds? And have I got a story for you? All right, you guys. So, Jonathan Majors has been, in the public eye for quite some time. So, for this story, I want to talk because he has been cast in a new movie. Now, the movie is interesting to say the least and everything. And I'll bring up the article that we're going to talk about, and it's from Deadline, my favorite. You guys know my favorite is Deadline. I like Deadline because they don't just do the entertainment stuff, but they also do the business stuff. That's why I like Deadline. Okay, so here is what's going on with Jonathan Majors. So he is going to be in a new movie called Merciless. Okay. Now, this movie he is going to star, and it's a supernatural revenge thriller. Now, what is this movie about? Okay, so Merciless follows a top CIA interrogator who, after the woman he loves is overtaken by a malevolent force, is forced to go even darker to defeat it. The film will be the first film after Jonathan Majors, he was found guilty of third-degree assault and harassment, and he was convicted and everything, which is, crappy, but they will be starting to shoot in Saskatchewan in the fall. Now, this is being directed by Martin Villeneuve, who is the younger brother of the Denis Villeneuve, and he just did Dune Part 2, which just came out and everything, which was good. It was very, very good. And he's best known for his sci-fi opus Mars et Avril. I don't know. I didn't see that. So I saw this great meme, and it was of the blondie from 30 Rock or whatnot. I'm throwing it up right now, but it said it's directed by Denis Villeneuve's brother, and it stars Jonathan Majors. I play the white woman he uses as a human shield. And that was, I thought that was funny because it was a reference to the fact that, because I really didn't cover it on this channel because people get all freaking, uppity when it comes to this shit. But if you remember correctly, he was sentenced to participate in an intervention program after he was convicted. What was it, like last year? I think it was in like November or December. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it mentions it in that Deadline article if you want to go read it. But he was convicted because he had an altercation with his then girlfriend, the liar, Grace Girardi. I think Girardi, was that her last name? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Fuck that hoe. And he was found guilty of those misdemeanor counts and everything, and he had to do that intervention program. And that all led to Jonathan Majors being fired from Marvel. And then it also led to his Magazine Dreams movie was supposed to come out, and that was supposed to be like his big Oscar and every push and everything. And that got shelved and everything. I really do hope that somehow that movie gets, released. Because I want to see it now. I want to see it because everybody talked about how great Jonathan Majors was going to be in that movie. And I will be honest with you, Jonathan Majors, whether or not he is guilty, I separate the art from the artist. And even though, listen, I personally have certain feelings about what went on with that case. And I probably am pissing off a lot of people when I say I was on Jonathan Majors' side for that case. But there was a lot of stuff that went on that I'm just like, I have questions and answers were not given. So that's just my whole thing on that. Now, on top of all that, Jonathan Majors just recently received the Perseverance Award at Hollywood Unlocked Impact Awards. And he gave a speech for that where he got all teary-eyed, which I'm all like, good for you. I'm pretty sure, he's going to have to deal with a lot of stuff. I think he can have a comeback. It's just going to take a while because I think Jonathan Majors is a really good actor, and I think that this supernatural thing goes back to him being in Lovecraft Country. He was in that. That show kind of fell off the map for me. The first episode, though, I thought was really, really good. But Jonathan Majors was really good in that movie. And then I do want to see, like I said, his Magazine Dreams. So going back to this Merciless movie. So Villeneuve, Martin, I think it's Martin, but I'm going to say Martin. So he says Merciless intertwines themes of possession, revenge, and personal justice within a haunting narrative. And it explores the psychological descent of John, played by Majors, and the supernatural forces challenging his sanity. And I think that that sounds really, really good. Now, I don't know about you, but I when it comes to the supernatural, I'm very fascinated. I don't believe in like magic and stuff like that and witches and wizards and stuff, but I do believe in the supernatural in terms of like demons and stuff like that. So possession is I find all that stuff very interesting, and I'm interested in this movie. And I have to be honest with you, good for Jonathan Majors for getting another role after this whole nonsense that accusations. Well, he was found guilty of those third degree assault. So, he is found not guilty. So I guess, or found guilty. So there's that. But we'll see how this turns out. And I have to be honest with you, I would probably see this movie. I don't know if I would see it in theaters just because I personally, I only have time to go to the theaters. Going to the movies for me is expensive, especially if I take my kids. I wouldn't take my kids to see this, but I would definitely see this movie. I would buy it when it came out on streaming. Like when it hit iTunes, I would definitely just buy it or rent it, whichever one comes first. But yeah, tell me, what do you guys think about all of this? What do you feel about John Majors getting this new movie, being the lead of this supernatural revenge thriller movie called Merciless? And do you think it sounds interesting? How do you feel about Jonathan Majors still getting work, even though he was found guilty of those two felonies? Are you on John Majors' side? Do you think that John Majors deserves to have a comeback, especially so quickly? Like he's gotten this movie like almost right after he got that award. I'll leave a link to the Twitter post of his speech. How do you guys feel about this? Do you think it's too soon? Do you think Jonathan Majors doesn't deserve to have a comeback so soon, unlike others who haven't had a comeback? To me personally, I think he does deserve the comeback. I think that a lot of people, everybody always wants to jump to conclusions and everything, and they just right off the bat just was like, nope, he's guilty, boom. And I'm all like, there's a lot. The story is much more nuanced than that, but it is what it is, and I can't stop the mob. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I got for you guys this week. Tell me what you guys think about all of this. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next week. You guys have a good week. Bye.